Hey everybody, it's the Honey Badger, and today we're going to be doing a quick oil change on the V60. Let's go over what you're going to need, and let's go over the tools that are involved, but this should be pretty quick and pretty easy. All right, let's go over everything that you actually need to do this oil change on a 2-liter supercharged and turbocharged Volvo engine. First things first, you need 7 quarts of oil. This is 7. You'll need 6.2 is actually how much we're going to put in. That's what it calls for. You'll need yourself an oil pan. A funnel isn't necessary, but super helpful. And then you're gonna need to get yourself the oil filter as well. To get access to the oil filter, you will need a filter cap wrench. This gets off the housing that the filter is in. Definitely need this for sure, or else getting that off is almost impossible. That makes it a million times easier. There is a drain on that filter housing. It takes a 6mm Allen to get that little cap off to help drain it. You need a Torx T35 to get the bottom cover of the engine off to get access to everything. And then you're gonna need yourself a 17mm socket to actually get the plug off of the oil pan. So that's everything that you should need for this. Again, links are in the description to all the parts that you need for this engine, as well as which models this will work on. Let's start things out by getting this vehicle up in the air. Easier to work on for sure. We'll get that hood pop because we'll need that open in a second, and we'll start working under the engine by getting off the shield that is underneath it. This is where that Torx bit comes in, and that's what helps us take this cover off. We want to get that oil pan in place, and then we're going to work on getting that bolt free from the oil pan so we can get that to drain. Get it loose, and then prepare yourself for the flow of the oil. But first, you got to glove up. Now I happen to have a second oil pan, which is handy if I want to just move on a little bit quicker. I'm going to get that center part off of the oil filter housing, get that removed with that Allen, and then we're going to get the filter wrench out, and this is what's going to break that free, which does take a little bit, and you really can't do it by hand, so you definitely want that tool to make this job a lot easier. Look out, because once you release this, you're going to have more oil coming down at you. All right, let's go over what we got. We got obviously the old filter and housing out. We got the new filter that needs to go in, but there's 2 things that come with the new filter that we need to replace. We got this little O-ring that's actually gonna go on that little one, that little drain part on the bottom that we took out, so we're gonna replace that. And then this bigger O-ring is actually for the unit itself here on this edge. So let's get those O-rings replaced. Take that old filter out as well. All right, we're just gonna use a flathead screwdriver just to get underneath this, and that just is gonna help us get that ring off. Get a little bit of oil on this O-ring, and then slide that baby on. And there it is, in place. That's easy on that part. Same thing. Little flathead screwdriver, get underneath it, pop it right off. Get the new one, get it oily, which our hands are plenty oily. Put that on, put it back in. All right, the oil filter housing is prepped with its new rings. We got our new filter, that just goes in. It's snug. We can put this back in the car, we're good to go. We're also done draining. Let's put the drain plug back in. All right, filter's back in, cap's tight, filter housing's tight, and we got our plug back in tight as well. We can start to fill the engine. After we know everything's good to go, then we'll put the cover back on the bottom of the engine. All right, we got our oil in. Just time to button things up here. We'll wipe things down as well in a second, and then we'll see if everything's good to go. That way we can put that lower engine cover on and call it a day. All right, we've buttoned things up on the V60. Everything you need should be down below in the description. Make sure you go and recycle your oil from wherever you bought the oil you picked up. That's what we're gonna go do now, but that's it for this video. Make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss any future videos, and leave a like. Helps the channel, and I'd greatly appreciate it. Have a great day.